Hello everyone! It has been 10 days since my last video. So because I'm busy to prepare for my last exam and I finished my last exam yesterday. So let's continue to solve the leetcode question. So today we focus on the question 49. It's group anagrams. So this program is ask us to group that look different but are actually made from the same letter. So the key idea is to give each word a shared signature and then use that signature to find which words belong in the same group. So for example, we have these three words like tea, eat, and eat. They look different because the letters are in the different order, but they still made from exactly the same letter. So in this problem, we need to put words with the same letter into the same group. So the main question is, what can the computer quickly tell these different looking words are actually the same kind of word? So at first, we may compare every word with every other words, but that would repeat the same kind of check every time and make the solution more complicated. So a better idea is to give each word a simple identity. For example, if we sort these three words, they all belong like A, E, and T. So even though the original word look different, the computer can recognize them through the same signature. So this shared signature is the key to group them efficiently. So the other important tool is the hash map, and we take the word T as an example. So we sort its letter and turn them into the A, E, and T, and use that signature as the key in our hash map. And you can think of the hash map as a group of the boxes, and each signature points to one box, and every word with the same signature goes into that box. So here the hash map is not only helping us to find the information, it is also help us organize words into the correct group. So after talk about the core ideas, here are some Python details we need to understand. The first is the sort. It gives us a list of characters, so we use join to turn that list back into the string. And the second is the dictionary key. It has to be hashable, so which means it should not change. So that is why we cannot use a list as a key, but we can use a string or a trip. And finally is the default dict is a list also, and make the code clear, because whenever a new key appears, the Python will automatically create an empty list for us. So now is the GPT gives me the code is actually quite short. So for each word, we sort its letter to create a signature. Then we use that signature as a key and add the original words to the correct group. And after we finish all the words, we simply return all the groups. So this show all the problems. And that means once we find the right way to represent problems, the code often becomes much easier to write, right? And there is another way to create a signature without sorting the word. We can simply count how many times each letter appears. So in a simple term, we ignore the order and only remember how many times each letter appears. And for the sorting solution, the time complexity is n times k log k. And these problems bring us back to the main idea for today's problems. Words may look different, but they still share the same structure. So the hardest part is not writing the loop, it is finding the right signature. And once we find it, the group becomes simple. So this is all I want to share with you about these problems. Thank you very much, and see you for the next video.